as well. I'm not gonna just...
Elton John, you see. You're mocking it.
I was like, shut up, bruv.
Hi friends, it's your girl Nella Rose and welcome to the red carpet treatment brought to you by the BRITs and MasterCard. So now we have a very exciting guest today. This guy is the hit-making machine with over 2 billion streams on Spotify. His music is literally everywhere. And he actually has a hot new single out now with Tom Grennan. We have the amazing, the always dressed dapperly, Joe Corry.
Yes, how you doing?
How are
That was
you?
a big intro.
Oh, of course.
It made my head even bigger.
Yeah, the best for the best. Okay, so you've been on like a wild ride, okay? And we basically want you to take us on that journey with you. Can you explain to me how you and Elton John, the Elton John, ended up on FaceTime for like 30 minutes?
Yeah, mate,
And you got a track with him.
Yeah, so basically what happened is Sir Elton John and Britney Spears have got a track out called Hold Me Closer and asked me to do the remix. Of course, I said yes straight away. Like, it's an honour to do the remix for them. I did it, got back to Elton and he loved it. So he actually rang me when I was in Ibiza.
Oh my days.
I got a funny story to tell you, right?
Tell me.
Okay, you're gonna die. So I'm literally DJing out Ibiza Rocks, mid-set, like beats are flowing, I'm in the groove,
And it's loud in there.
Yeah, and my phone is next to my decks and I suddenly see like a number popping up ringing me that I didn't recognise the number.
Yeah.
But it said it was phoning from America. So the first thing I thought was like, oh my God, who have I given my number out to in America?
Imagine.
I was going through like things in my head going, no. Anyway, so I was thinking, I didn't answer it. Because I was DJing as well. I'm not going to just...
Elton John. How does that even make sense? You ed him.
I couldn't pick it up. I wasn't going to like suddenly go, all right, mate, like when I'm mid-set. And I didn't know who it was either, so I had to leave it. But I was thinking the whole set, like, who was that called me?
Yeah.
And then right at the end of my set, my tour manager came up behind me and he wrote it on his phone, and he was like, Sir Elton John is trying to call you. Jesus. And I went, oh my God, I've just missed Sir Elton John's call. And
How can you miss his call?
And also I was a bit wavy, do you know what I mean? I had a few vodka cokes and that.
Yeah.
So I was like, shut up, bruv, do you know what I mean? Like, I thought he was joking, but nah. Anyway, got back to my apartment in Ibiza. Sir Elton called me and we had the best chat ever.
Called you back?
He called me back. I know. And no, it was so lovely to talk to him though. Like, he's an absolute legend, the nicest guy. He said that he loved the remix and he was so happy I'd done it and he was a fan of my other records.
Stop!
And then he was like, hopefully we'll get together when he gets back to the UK. And I was like, oh my God, this is so surreal. We then ended up shooting a music video for the remix, like classic Britney Spears music videos, like the Toxic music video. And on set when we're filming this video, Elton John FaceTimed me. And I was like, this is getting crazy, yeah. So
it's getting regular as well. Jesus Christ.
There's so much more to come on this story too, yeah.
Oh my days.
Anyway, had a really good FaceTime with him and like we was on set, so good vibes because everyone like could see him, everyone was buzzing to see him and so then after the FaceTime, I then flew back to America because I was doing my tour out there. And I actually had a date in Canada, in Vancouver, in Canada. Yeah. And it just so happened, what a coincidence, right? On the night I was DJing in Vancouver, Sir Elton John was having his concert in Vancouver. So my management reached out and we're like, let's meet. So I went and actually met him at his concert in his dressing room.
The coincidence.
I know. And we literally sitting here like we are now, had a 20-minute chat about life, about music. Yes, it was a proper pinch myself moment. And you know what though? He's just the most nicest, chilled guy. Aww. And we proper clicked as well, man.
I can imagine.
And we even talked about doing music together. Because he's a big fan of dance music.
That is so
He told
random.
me he listens to dance music in the shower every morning.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, okay. He's like, and he knew my records as well, so.
That is so random. I would have never thought that. I thought he'd been there listening to jazz or something.
He's proper got his ear to the ground with new music as well. That's one thing that, his passion for music is amazing. You can tell that he's just really into new music and checking out who new artists are coming out and the new sort of sounds. Really? So yeah, I know. And then I actually watched his concert as well, which was amazing. So yeah, the whole experience was great. And who knows, man? Next year, 2023. Joe Corry, Sir Elton John, the banger might be coming. Oh,
that is actually iconic. I hope you know that.
Honestly, it was one of the biggest highlights of my life, man.
You got the greats recognizing you and wanting to like, first of all, FaceTime you, get Ed, and then FaceTime you again. And wanting to like, you know, hop on tracks with you. That's amazing.
It is honestly amazing. And yeah, I don't know. I just keep doing my thing, keep working hard, and all these sort of opportunities and amazing moments that come to me, I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, I love what I do. I'm lucky to do what I do, and I'm just embracing it.
Okay, so obviously we met at the BRIT Awards last year.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that one of the BRIT Awards, I think it was 2000 and before COVID.
Yeah.
You brought your dad to the BRIT Awards.
2021. So it was peak
after.
COVID.
So peak COVID.
Yeah, peak COVID, yeah.
You brought your dad to the BRIT Awards.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me how that night went?
Oh, it's a funny story. So, it was my first time being nominated for a BRIT Award, right?
Congratulations.
And it was like such a big moment, obviously, for me and my family. And I wanted to I wanted them to come. Yeah. So I paid for like a booth at the arena so they could have like their own space. And because I wanted them to have the full like VIP experience, I got them like a limousine to take them there.
Look at you!
And yeah, like, obviously my mum doesn't really like go out much, nothing.
Bless
So
her.
I wanted to make it like a really special night for the family.
Yeah.
So yeah, got my dad there, got my mum in the booth, my sister come, my brother come, the whole family there. One thing I overlooked was the free bar.
There's nothing worse than the open bar because I can't stop myself. It's free.
I know.
It's literally free.
And obviously, like, you know, my dad hadn't been out in a while because, you know, it was in lockdown and
After lockdown.
And this was a big night, so he got to the booth and free bar. And let's just say the drinks were flowing, the champagne bottles were popping. It was going off up there. My dad got so smashed that he had to be taken home early by my brother. Had to literally carry him out the door.
How early?
No, it gets worse. Yeah, no, it gets worse. You know the limousine that I got? Stop. My dad was sick in the limousine. And then I had to pay to get it cleaned.
Bless it, Dad, if you're watching this, it's happened to the best of us.
It was, honestly, we laugh about it, like, it's going to be a story of our family for years. Do you know what I mean? It's so funny.
God. Did he make it to the awards? Like,
you know, he saw my nominations and but yeah, it ended early. It ended early. He was in bed tucked up, and my brother tucked him up into bed nice and early. And then the next year, you know, he was like, I'm not having any drinks. So he was really well behaved the following year. He just stuck to the sparkling water.
Oh, bless him. Oh, but at least he went.
Yeah,
he enjoyed.
It made it a funny story, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it was a good sort of memory for my first BRIT Awards.
Your first, you're never going to fake that.
Exactly.
So you have a hit song with Raye. Yeah, so tell me, how did that come about?
Honestly, first of all, Raye, she is unbelievable. True artist. And it was amazing to work with her. I got a lot of love for her, and I think like we made a really good bond. And hopefully we'll work again together in the future. And
speak into existence.
Oi. And what happened with Bed, right, is there's a songwriter called Jin Jin that Raye works with a lot. And I was in a music session with Jin Jin, and we were working on something different, but we had a little break from what we was doing. Yeah. And she was like, let me play you some Raye demos. So I go for it. Played me like 10 different demos, and it was like the third one in was Bed. It was just the Bed chorus though. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. That is a smasher. And then she went on to like the next one. I was like, no, go back. We got it. That's the one. Yeah. So I slid into Raye's DMs that night, and I was like, Raye, I heard this Bed chorus. I love it. Please, can we get in the studio and develop it? Like, this is a smasher. Yeah. And then she came back to me and she was like, oh my God, I'd love to work with you on it. Yeah. And she was like, I actually wrote this idea with David Guetta. And I was like, oh my.
Everyone knows how I feel about David. I love me some David Guetta.
David's the man.
We were literally having a full-on conversation in French on the red carpet.
Was ya?
Yeah, he's like my uncle.
Give me your best David Guetta impression.
You see, You see, with music, it's all about, it's all about having the ear to listen. David, please don't block me. I love you.
He calls me Joel.
Joel.
It's Joel Corry.
I love your name in French though, Joel.
But yeah, anyway. So yeah, she said, Raye told me that she wrote with David. I was like, oh my God, I need to like, I can't just slide into David Guetta's DMs. I'm gonna,
hey bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be like, so I've got his email address.
You emailed him?
And I sent him a really professional email. I was like, dear David.
Dear David, hi, it's Joel here, just popping in.
Literally, I was like, this is after Head and Heart, and he actually did a remix for Head and Heart under his alias Jack Back. So he did know of me.
So he knew,
and he knew Head and
who you
Heart.
were.
But I still wanted to approach it professionally, do you know what I mean? And he came back to me and was like, I'd be happy for you to work on this with you. And I was like, oh my God, is this really happening? We got into the studio like 2 weeks later, and me, like Jinjin was in the session as well, Raye, and we just smashed it out. Within 2 days, we had the track finished. Like the writing of the track.
That's a record.
No. I was like, don't get ahead of myself. I had the writing finished, yeah? The track
a year.
Took me like...
A year.
Well, I remember we got into the studio in June. I remember it clearly. June 2020.
Okay, June 2020.
And the track came out at the end of February 2021.
You're mocking it. Why does it take so long?
Do you know what it is? It's just like that pushing for perfection. It does take long. It takes me long anyway. This is my process. So I have to go over and over and over it until I know in my gut feeling that it's right.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to live with something for quite a while, for me anyway, just to like pinpoint things that could be finessed.
Yeah.
And I like to test it as well on my sets for a long period of time. And I just don't want to rush anything with my music. I always want to spend as much time as possible to get it right.
Well, thank you for being amazing, and thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. I loved it. And yeah, fingers crossed I'll see you next year.
No, tomorrow, because the studio session, we're going to get a booked.
Oh, yeah, we're going right now, isn't it?
Yeah, you guys can listen to the whole chat on the Red Carpet Treatment podcast. Obviously, I can't sing, but we can go in the studio. We can do a little something.
Let's go now.
Yeah, do you want me to sing something for you?
If you can do it in French.
Frère Jacques. This is my audition tape, by the way.
Okay, go.
Sonnez les matines, ding, dang. That's a hit.
That's a smash.
That Raye's demo was not better than what I just did.
That's a smash, mate.
Period.